Robin.
Let's do this. Good morning. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
Hi, everybody.
How's everybody today?
How are you? Goodly. You know, over the hump. Trying to get over the hump.
June 1st.
Yes, it is June 1st.
Wow.
So,
didn't we just have snow?
yeah, it seems like it went from, winter right into summer. We're looking at 90 degrees today, by the way, here in wonderful New York City.
Are we all going to bitch about the heat now? Fuck that. I'm one of those guys. Bring it on.
Yeah,
I remember
like
how
that, too.
cold it was in the winter.
Believe me, I love that, too. And
just bring it the fuck on. I'm not going to bitch.
the news sucks because they're the ones that, after one hot day, they'll be like, to the weatherman, Bill, how long is this heat wave going to last?
Right.
When's some relief?
Yeah, exactly.
Relief. It was just like a week and a half ago. It was freezing.
Should we remind you what it was like?
Yay.
There was a cold rain, and it was hinting that it might hail in New York City. That was about 10 days ago.
I love the heat.
We got a bunch of Marys out there. Enjoy the heat.
And in here.
Yes.
And in here. Enjoy what the women are wearing because it's so fucking hot.
Yeah, that's always
Cleavage
good.
is in this season, I think.
That's always
We're gonna
nice.
have to get the fashion police on the show because I think
Ooh.
cleavage is in.
The fashion police.
I'm starting to see that women just look at their boobs as just mounds of flesh.
They're abusums.
Yeah, they're just letting them fucking hang out at this point.
Let their freak flags fly.
Oh, yeah. Cleavage is definitely a little lower this year.
Yeah, they're showing
Are
a
you a
little
fan
more.
of the cleavage?
I like the cleavage as long as it's not sloppy.
Yeah, sloppy
Like,
cleavage sucks.
I like using the cleavage as a guide to undressing a woman with my eyes. You know what I mean? It's like you're walking down the street, you see some cleavage, and then you see what's covered, but you could really get a good impression of what she would look like naked from the top. And sometimes that cleavage goes like a little too long. It's like a big chest ass crack. You just don't need that much cleavage.
You nailed it with long.
Yeah.
You
don't
just
want a
know
long
she has
cleavage.
long tits.
Yeah.
And summer dresses are in this year, too, I noticed. Those
Yeah?
flowing, kind of almost see-through-y.
I like that.
Mostly white.
Summery.
Or an
little-
off-white. Just
little
blowing in the
sundress.
wind.
A sundress.
Yes.
Love those.
Speaking of summer, went to the skin doctor yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
And I get my yearly skin check.
Where they paw over you like a chimp? Just kind of fucking biting mites off of you. And
Have you had your skin checked yet?
Yeah, I've done that.
You do that?
Dermatologist.
But you have the darker skin, so you might be a little
it's from
better
the
off
Moors.
than me.
Yeah.
Let me tell you a little story. The Moors did so much fucking.
my skin doctor, very good looking.
What's his name?
Middle-aged woman.
Oh,
Boo.
little gag.
And I think she's, if I had to guess, early 40s.
Yeah.
Mid 40s.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely hot. I know that surprises Anthony.
No, I've seen
Because I
it.
don't think he thinks a woman could be hot in her 40s. But,
No, I've seen it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But because she's a skin doctor, I think she kind of does some things.
Yeah.
Little Botox here, a little chemical peel here.
Dermatology.
And this year I noticed that she might be going too far. Girls could get a little work done on their face, but then all of a sudden they hit that stage, they go too far. Nicole Kidman is a perfect example of someone that went too far. So when they smile, parts of their face are frozen from the Botox, and it doesn't move with the rest of the smile, and that's where you get that creepy Muppet face.
That when Cher had that done,
Cher-
and she was all like,
Cher has Muppet face.
She couldn't talk.
Joan Rivers has Muppet face because look,
look
parts
what
of
she
the
did to
face
her lip.
doesn't really move when you smile.
Her mouth looks like a prolapsed asshole.
Who is that?
That's Nicole Kidman.
Oh, no.
But when she's not smiling, she still looks all right.
She had narrow Irish lips at one point in her life, and now she just doesn't have them anymore. She's
Joan Rivers has the Muppet face, like we said. I'm trying to remember some other people, but whatever. I think Goldie Hawn has Muppet face.
Oh, Goldie Hawn's terrible now.
And my doctor, because she's the skin doctor, I think
Vinny Booba.
she's getting to that point because I brought my son, and she was like, she was fawning over my son and smiling. And I saw the beginning of Muppet face, and I want to tell her a thing or two.
about a thing or two.
Before she told me a thing or two about my skin.
Yeah.
It's hard to mention that to a lady.
I know. Relax on the Botox is what I want to tell her.
You're almost unfuckable, madam. I don't know how to tell you that.
It was just a hint that parts of her face might be starting to get too frozen.
They look. I knew a chick who did that, and I kept looking at her, going, "What the fuck's wrong with her face?"
What are you doing? That's what it is.
But I didn't know her before. I only knew her after.
They figured out that when they're not smiling, it actually looks good, but they can't figure out what to do to make the smile look natural. Because it lifts up all this shit, and this shit is supposed to move when you're smiling. It doesn't
you need
anymore.
those muscles.
Right?
Yeah.
So I guess it's maybe just fucking freezing the muscles.
Yeah, that's what it does. It like paralyzes the muscles or some shit.
So then she was checking out my body. She gets to lift my ball bag.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
She gets under the ball bag, looks at the taint.
Yeah. And I walked all the way over there from the west side to the east side.
Oh, so you were a little sweaty down there?
And then I had to lay on my belly. I'm like, oh, you do not want to do that.
Wow, she really gets, she digs deep. She earns her keep.
She gets down and dirty.
Earn that money, biatch.
You think that's a turn on for some lady doctors when all of a sudden they pull
your sweaty taint?
Pull that robe aside and see the ball bag?
Sure, yeah. Somebody took a cab, maybe. Not if they walked.
And then the big news, I got, I think it's called like pre skin cancer.
Here comes the pre.
On my fucking hand that I got burned off.
Oh, yeah?
That's why I go. I'm a fair-skinned motherfucker that spent way too much time at beaches and caddying.
Isn't that ironic they burn it off after you get getting a sunburn?
No, it's like literally the lowest form. It's technically probably not even skin cancer, but will lead to that if you don't fucking do something about it.
The cells are just starting to get a little wacky.
The cells are starting to bubble.
To go like, hey, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Let me start eating something.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's like, get them out of there quick before they get the knife and fork.
They start bubbling and they start getting a little restless. Like, all right, we need to do something different.
I don't know. I know what I'm supposed to do, but I'm kind of losing my mind.
Being the hypochondriac I am, she had a fucking,
Yeah.
Well, but I think we all are kind of.
Hey, burn it off. Get the soldering iron out.
She goes, this is nothing. But then I wanted to thank the Huntington Crescent Club for this nice little scar I'm going to have on my hand because. Yeah, all those years of caddying, you carry the golf bags by putting your hands right on the woods.
So winning that caddy tournament and not getting skin cancer, that's important.
And then the sun just fucking beats down on your hands all day long. And then you fast forward a couple decades, and guess what? Hello.
Put on some sunscreen, Danny.
Well, that's what we talked about. There was no sunscreen when we were growing up.
No,
How'd she burn it off?
She actually, with a chemical.
Oh, it hurts?
Nah, she said it was going to hurt, so I said it doesn't hurt. So then I'm like, what does that mean?
The chemical. Wow, they just like put some acid on you. And shit?
Yeah, it was acid actually, some form of acid.
Nice corrosive.
I knew. I've been studying this fucking little thing on my hand for 3 months, going, man, I just know that's not fucking good.
How do you? I have like little beauty marks. I'm the fucking.
The beauty mark.
Yeah, I really am. I'm basically just a walking conduit for beauty marks.
Well, the thing is,
you're beautiful.
Yay!
The thing with skin cancer in general, if you catch it early, it's a piece of cake. So, if you get screened every once in a while, you should be all right. I should go this week.
And just stay out of the sun, would you?
That's impossible,
Wear your
though.
sunscreen.
That's impossible. Everyone likes a little tan. I don't care who the fuck you are.
A little tan's fine, right?
And I went in there with this beet red nose. I'm like, I've really been good lately, but Memorial Day weekend, and
your nose got red, definitely,
really red,
and your forehead.
Yeah. I'm like, but I have been much better lately. But fuck, after having that shitty winter, and all of a sudden you get that first beautiful day in the 80s, and you're at a beach, you're like, you know what?
You just want to lay down in the sun and
get a
bake.
little color on you.
Yeah. But I know. I've been cultivating my little
but you get
tannage from the cruise. Actually, it was the first one. And then
started that out.
Since then, the backyard's great. Lay down after work and shit like that. Go in the pool.
I go from red to a light tan.
Yeah.
But she's like
fair-skinned.
She said when we were growing up, we didn't have sunblock because we still call it suntan lotion, meaning give me the suntan lotion because I don't want to get sunburned. But it was called suntan lotion when we were growing up because you used it to get more sun on your body, basically.
It was oil.
It was oil.
Oil doesn't protect against it. If anything, it makes a layer of like Fresnel lens on you, which just intensifies the sun.
Remember, it was a little sticky and it was a little glistening, and you just knew you were going to burn the shit out of your body.
It was clear.
And then she named a brand. She named a brand yesterday, and she goes, "Remember the smell?" And it brought me right back. And me and Danny are trying to find it. I can't remember what she fucking said, but it's a really old school one. But as soon as she said it, I went, "Oh yeah, something from the 70s."
The 70s.
And my parents, even if there was some kind of sunblock, we didn't use it. You know, that was
no. That was for faggots.
No, it was more of a luxury.
Yeah, you just didn't know.
My mom decided, you know what, I could save the $5.
Yeah, why bother?
So then we would just
send the kids out to turn beet red.
Well, I told you, we had the beach house in Wading River, my grandma's house, and my mom decided, well, I could save money on sunblock or suntan lotion, and
suntan lotion.
And we would be burnt to shit every day. Burnt to shit. And I don't think we had skin doctors back then, right?
No, no one went to him. You went to your general practitioner. You went to your pediatrician.
And you hoped he had some experience on these other things. The specialist shit only happened in the last, I don't know, maybe 20 years probably, right?
It's like mesothelioma. No one knew about it until a few years back.
No.
The fuck is that?
Speaking of cancers, what do you think of the cell phone cancer shit that they're bringing up again?
Now they're saying it's fucking...
Coppertone, Crisco, no. Keep trying. Sorry, go ahead.
Now it's saying that you're using the cell phone, you get brain cancer.
Yeah, but who uses their phone?
World Health Organization has said that.
But wouldn't it be more hand cancer and ball cancer? Because no one uses their phone to call anymore.
Well, I don't know if it's cancer no matter where you put it, or if it's just strictly brain cancer from putting it to your head.
Yeah, but not many people do that anymore.
I know.
10 years ago, 7 years ago, 5 years ago, we were all using them to make phone calls.
You get finger cancer from texting.
Isn't it weird that we come up with this technology where you could hear other people far, far away, and we don't even use that technology anymore? We'd rather write them?
We'd rather just write. Because people are, all in all, people are annoying. And you don't want to talk to them.
Yeah.
So it's easier to just text. I don't like phone calls. A lot of times I'll get a phone call. I'll let it ring and ring and ring. And then maybe they'll leave a message. Maybe they won't. And then I'll just text back. Hey, what's up?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I didn't want to talk. Tell me what's going on. If it's an important text and something that can't be texted back, then I'll call back.
Texting showed all of us that no one has anything to say.
Yeah.
Because those used to be 10-minute phone calls for them to say one thing because they felt like now we got to converse about nonsense.
No.
And then, like you said, you write them back real fast and realize they had a quick question. You answer the question, you're done with it.
Quickie.
Done.
I like
Band de Soleil.
Band de Soleil.
That might
for
be...
the Saint-Tropez tan.
God, how do you know that?
That was their slogan.
I should be. I get so frustrated by your Rain Man mentality.
I can't remember what I did yesterday, but I remember fucking ads from the 60s and 70s.
How would you know that?
How does he know that? It's called two people screaming in the other room while little fucking Frady Cat focused on that little magical tube in front of him. The magic box, which took the little waif away from the yelling adults.
It took me away.
Took him to faraway land.
Yes. Better place.
Fuck you, bitch! I don't want to hear it. Ba-da-na-na.
This is great.
It might be Band de Soleil. Yeah, I think that's what you mentioned.
Yeah. That definitely had a distinct smell. Reminds me of Crab Meadow Beach.
Remember? This might be local because I don't think they have it elsewhere except the East Coast. Mussels, right?
Mussels.
They have them everywhere.
Now that we're older, mussels are a fucking delicacy. You go into a nice Italian restaurant, we're talking about the black mussels.
Yeah.
They put in a nice, like, wine sauce or a red sauce, right, with fresh tomatoes, and you'll eat that shit all night, right?
Yep.
A little spice on it to make it a little hot. When we were growing up, Ann just mentioned Crab Meadow Beach. They were everywhere. And you wouldn't eat that.
You'd just smash them.
You would smash them.
And be like, ew, with all the goop that would drip out.
Correct. I didn't even realize you could eat those growing up. Yeah. I bet you people that were in charge when we were growing up didn't realize you could eat them. And then just one day decided, well, let's see if we can make something out of this.
Yeah. And why did the horseshoe crab never take off as a food? Like we were talking about that once. The horseshoe crab, I've never seen him anywhere but on the Long Island's North Shore. They look like they came from the fucking like the Paleozoic era. They're like real old, like a trilobite or something.
Well, no, why? There's no meat to them. They got that dumb hard shell and a couple legs.
You know what they look like? They look like the alien thing that grabs onto your face. And they have a tail that's very stiff instead of that snaky one that choked you in Alien.
You turn them on their back and it just looks like evil shrimp looking at you. That's it.
Evil shrimp.
And nothing else to eat. What are you going to eat on a horseshoe crab?
Maybe there's meat in those legs.
Do they bite
legs?
Any meat in the tail?
Well,
they got little legs.
Growing up, we had to watch out for horseshoe crabs because I guess, help me out, Ant, the stinger had poison in it. But
no, a myth.
That was a myth.
Purely a myth. They didn't use the stinger for
they didn't like pop that up
for stinging. It wasn't a defensive tool.
What was it?
It was used for like scraping to get food or something off the bottom.
There was no poison in that thing?
No poison.
My whole fucking life I thought, holy shit, I could get some poison from a horseshoe crab.
No, it was never. It isn't a defensive item. It's pretty much made so little kids can hold them up by it.
Right.
You throw them back in the water.
Is it their peeners?
No, I don't think it's their peener either.
I know when they have some of that horseshoe crab sex, those things pop up in the air a little bit. Maybe to get out of the way. So they can
maybe to get out of the way. It is hinged a bit.
Yeah.
It is hinged a tad. Horseshoe crab's mating. Looks like
the one in front would pop up its stinger or like whatever it is.
Two helmets just fucking laying on top of each other. The male, much smaller than the female.
Maybe just in that relationship.
Yeah, maybe.
Big fat horseshoe crab wife.
Gangbang. It's a fucking gangbang. Horseshoe crab gangbang we're looking at. 5-on-1.
I got a question for
They don't know. They're fucking Iraq.
I got a question for Professor Anthony.
Yes.
In nature, do animals ever make love, or is it always just rape?
I think it's just rape.
Because I over the weekend I saw a couple. I guess they would be ducks going at it.
Yeah,
and I'm like, that can't be fun for the female who's just yelling and screaming and trying to fly away, and this thing is just forcing itself on the duck. And then it made me think that I think in the animal kingdom all they do is rape, and they don't actually have like fucking consensual sex.
Yeah.
You're standing there by the pond, just jerking off and throwing bread at them.
But ducks do mate for life. They
do.
Yeah, they pick one, and that's their mate for life. And a lot of times, if their mate dies, they just fucking wind up dying too, because they're so their little duck hearts are broken.
Yeah.
But
what animals have you ever seen where it looks all nice and both parties are enjoying? It's always some just animalistic, over the top, holy shit thing happening in front
monkeys.
of you.
Monkeys don't do that.
I think the female's screaming way before little penis.
It's pretty much rape.
It is, right?
I think it's just rape.
Okay.
The males duke it out for the pleasure of getting the female.
For the pleasure of raping the female.
The strongest one has to rape the female for survival of the species.
It is.
Yeah. I don't think anyone really,
And this question's gonna make you happy, Ant. So,
do you want to leave right now?
Wow.
Yes. Now I'm happy.
That part is that's true. I know it's true in my heart.
No, we have a meeting after the show.
I love meetings.
I was really reprimanded after I left here yesterday.
Why?
About the meeting.
Oh, because you blew him off last week.
Got any excuses? The tree's gone. You don't have this. You don't have that. I'm like, yeah, I got nothing. Got to make the meeting today.
Here's the morality question of the day.
Yes,
which is going to be easy for you to answer. But if girls are getting their periods at, I learned yesterday 11, but then someone else in this group of people said 9.
Yeah,
isn't that nature's way of saying they're ready to have kids?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Although I've heard that this premature menstruation
is because of the Big Macs.
Could be because of certain, or just environment and shit. Some people say it's the food with all the hormones in it, but that's kind of a they're not sure about that. Yeah, certain girls and I believe African American girls start having their periods earlier than other girls.
These were white people.
Were they whiteys?
Whitey saying daughter 11, and then someone else said 9.
9?
9. Very white people, by the way.
I don't know. It might just be some kind of thing. I don't think it's supposed to happen that way. But it is happening that way, and no, I don't think psychologically you're ready for sex. I think maybe
obviously
biologically, but that means like, yeah, go ahead, but you know.
But isn't it the rules of nature?
In other words, I'm actually going out on a limb here, saying don't fuck 9-year-olds.
No, of course not.
Going out on a limb.
But that the rules of nature are saying something different.
Yeah, nature's saying, you could have a kid.
Well, we decided, let's slow the fuck down a little bit. That's crazy.
Yeah.
The rules of nature say that when two people smile at each other, they're both old enough.
Smiles? That's it?
Sure.
Even a coochie coo smile?
Sure.
Uncle Paul.
When you say hi and they go,
You're despicable, Uncle Paul.
You ever get diaper tape in your pubes?
Never. I can say never.
You're snooty.
You're sick.
Wow, is that true? Black vulture is made for life, and if one vulture is suspected of cheating, a community of vultures will attack the cheating vulture.
Wow.
Yeah, but man, in nature, they're just raping. They're not having sex.
As long as it doesn't rape a dove, that's all I care about.
Yeah, leave it alone. Prize.
I went to bed at halftime. This fucking Miami Heat, they're going to win this damn championship, Ant.
Well, weren't they supposed to? I mean,
Well,
all that money, all the superstars.
And I've been bitching about the Miami Heat all year. I don't know where the fans are because everyone's in agreement. No one wants to see the Heat win this thing unless you live in Miami. Usually you get other cities and people going, you know what, my team's out of it, but I kind of want to see, the Heat win.
Yeah.
In this case, that's not true.
Yeah, well, no one wants to see it because they're that bought team.
Kind of like they're kind of like the Yankees.
They loaded them up. Well, the Yankees of a few years ago.
Yankees were a farm. The dynasty
They were a
Yankees
farm
were
team for a while. You're right.
All of them were the farm.
And then they kept it going by just buying players.
Like they would make good fits. Like Knobloch was a nice fit when they had at second. They had a few big guys they brought in.
Good old
that
Knobloch.
Yeah, OCD Chuck who would take 45 minutes to swing the bat.
Remember that shit?
Helmet, elbow, knees, toes, helmet, elbow, bat, swing, walk, back, helmet, elbow, toes, eyes. Exhausting.
You think he's doing that in his real life now that he's not playing baseball?
Open the toilet, close the toilet, spin the lid, blah, blah, elbow, knees, toes, eyes. We got it, Chuck.
Hasn't left the house in 10 years. He's still trying to figure out what the combination is to leave the house.
Fucking kook he is.
But I went to bed. It was a good, close game, and Miami Heat take the first one. Fuck.
They pulled it off.
I don't even know why I care.
Yeah.
Why do I care?
You just didn't want them to win. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You just didn't want them to win.
I know you don't like talking basketball, but a lot of outrage because Scottie Pippen came out of nowhere. We forgot to talk about this over the long weekend and said that LeBron James is a better player than Michael Jordan.
Oh, I did read that, yeah.
What is wrong with Scottie Pippen?
I guess he's...
Ungrateful fuck.
No.
Even if you think that, why would you say that? Michael Jordan gave you all those championships. You helped, sure. But Jordan would have done it with another guy if you weren't on the team.
Does he have any financial interest in the Heat?
I don't know, man. But that's
he's GM or something.
I don't know. But the sports world is like, fuck you, Scottie Pippen. Even if you think it's true.
Yeah, that's
you're not
kind
the
of a
guy
bad
that should
thing
be
to
saying
say,
that.
even if you think it's true. Really?
Yeah, it's kind of
dude. It was Jordan and Pippen forever, and Jordan won a bunch of those championships on his back. He put the whole fucking team on his back.
Yeah.
Standing on his head?
Pretty much.
Well, it's not like fucking...
Scottie Pippen certainly helped, yes, but my point, Jordan would have found somebody else to play that role, or the organization would have.
It's not like LeBron has won anything yet. If he had won like 3 championships and he said that, they'd be like, all right, but he's won 0.
I just think, even if he thinks that, shut up. Do you need attention, really, to just, beat up Jordan like that? Because Jordan wants to be known as the best player ever.
Yeah, I think no matter what Scottie Pippen says, people will remember Jordan and think.
I don't know. People were shocked at that statement there. So, Hey, you don't watch America's Got Talent, huh?
Nah.
I think you would like that show.
No. It's another. I know it's not like American Idol, but I put it in the same category. It's got the judges. The people come out, they do something, the judges critique them. I'm done with that type of show.
It's an updated.
I was continuing my Breaking Bad marathon last night.
Oh, really?
Fucking great goddamn show.
It's an updated Gong Show, though.
Yeah.
And the last act, whatever. The last act on the show was just beyond amazing.
Really?
Hard to explain. They had to turn all the lights off, and it was wild. Definitely worth checking out the clip. Yeah.
Well, check it out. Some highlights. I'll watch highlights of those shows.
Yeah.
Like, I can't sit through the whole thing. I can't sit through the fake fucking drama and all that shit. Mm-hmm. So I watch highlights.
A guy was juggling with tasers last night.
That's kind of cool. Say I'd watch that highlight.
And he said, which is kind of hack, he goes, if I catch both tasers at the same time on the wrong end, I could die. But if you're a good juggler, that's never going to happen. No matter what you're juggling,
die.
You might catch one with a slip, right?
Yeah.
But you're not stupid enough to hold on to it.
No. I don't think you'd be able to.
I think you would let it. I think you would let it hit the floor, and you realize as a juggler, oh fuck, I fucked up that rotation. I got to just let that one drop.
Let it drop and then kick it into the crowd.
Right. Here's a guy from Jersey who wants the Miami Heat to win.
Here's a guy.
He's the only one though, so I don't even need to go to you. Anyway, guy on American Idol early on, singer. Yeah. I want to play this for you, Ant. It's
all right.
We don't have to play the whole thing because you're a singer yourself. You've been in bands. You had that dream for a while.
Oh, I certainly did.
Keep your mind open and tell me what you think of this guy.
Okay. It's terrible.
Exactly.
Oh.
Slow your time waiting. Let's take a chance for a breakdown would make it okay. So some reason to feel not good enough. And it's hard at the end of the day. And these long distractions, oh good, we're in the arms of the angel. Fly away from here.
Sort of a Joe Cocker thing going on.
Yeah, a little bit, right?
A little Joe Cocker.
You like? Thumbs up?
A little early Michael Bolton before he was completely stupid. But you realize he had a good voice. Yeah, he's very soulful.
In the arms of the angel.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
May you find some comfort.
Fuck you, Tammy.
Some comfort here.
Tammy's putting up the video of those sick animals and the cats with the crust in their eyes.
Oh, those badly behaved animals that finally received discipline?
Because this is one of those songs they play. Aw, the poor kitty. Yeah, that's the sad song.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
All these poor owners have to deal with these poorly behaved pets.
Before they gave him conjunctivitis.
Absolutely. I had to kick that fourth leg off. Wouldn't stop barking. Watching Family Feud.
It's a reason.
Always a reason.
A little homeless mustard thrown in there. Yeah, the guy's good.
Really good, right?
Yeah, what'd they do? They give him...
the audience went nuts, and of course, they loved him.
Yeah.
And then they asked him a question. How many days a week do you play out? He goes, I just play in my room.
Oh, really?
That's why I'm bringing this to the show.
He doesn't...
How does a guy have a voice like that, and he's not even discovered locally?
Yeah.
He goes, no, I just play in my room at my house to my family and friends.
Maybe he doesn't have the, the gumption to get out there in front of people.
He just did it in front of millions of people.
Yeah. Now he'll be huge.
I'm thinking some of this America's Got Talent is kind of set up. They know the big players out there that just don't have, fame yet or contracts yet.
Yeah.
And then something like this, you think this guy's been trying to make it in music forever. It turns out he just plays at home.
Well, now he'll be huge.
Well, obviously, it's a life changer.
Yeah, so, but before that, some people don't have the, the balls.
That's why I brought it to the show. I couldn't believe a guy with a voice like that isn't known at all.
Yeah.
Until yesterday. Who's that?
Who's that before and after picture there, Danny?
That's Avril.
That's what Avril looked like
in
before?
high school, probably. And
in high school?
Yeah.
She
was very nerdy.
She looked funny.
Yeah, no one would have brought her to the prom.
I like that Avril Lavigne. She's trashy.
You like her?
Yeah. What are you gonna do? You know.
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? Like that Casey Anthony too. I was watching that trial yesterday. They had her in a little fucking little top because I guess the defense wanted some line of questioning going on about how she looked, how her mother could tell if she looked pregnant or not at a wedding. So they had her stand up and turn sideways and see if she had a protruding belly and if the mother noticed any difference between how she looks now and how she looked at a certain wedding. And
why does that matter?
Exactly.
I'm confused.
That's what everybody's saying.
Wow.
That's what everybody's saying. The line of questioning's silly sometimes. So they were showing and asking like, why are they doing this? Because she usually dresses very prim and proper, and she was in this little number that was kind of low cut and really accentuated those giant baby killing breasts of hers. She was looking good yesterday. Yeah,
she's got big boobs.
Yeah, she's got ample breasts on her, and that wasn't bad. So, it was keeping tabs. Trial got really heating up yesterday. The mother got on the stand, Cindy Anthony, Casey's mom, and she's the one that made the 911 call when she realized that the kid was missing for 31 days. Jesus. She found out that the kid was missing for 31 days immediately.
Wait. The grandma didn't know the kid was gone for 31 days?
No, because she didn't live, near the daughter. And
what kind of relationship she had with the daughter, though?
Good, but it's one of those deals where it's like, she kept making excuses like, no, we can't see the baby. No, I can't come over.
How far away did she live?
Not exactly sure, but it wasn't, next door.
Yeah, but my mother-in-law's in Philly, and
believe me,
we barely go a week.
This is a pretty dysfunctional family.
Your relationship's different than hers, probably.
Oh, yeah.
31 days without seeing, no way.
And she kept saying shit, like, oh, no, she's out. She's with this one. You can't do that. When the mother would come over, we'll say you're in fucking Tustin picking up a load. Fucking Scagnetti comes over, fucking prick. So she, the mother took the stand. She starts, they start playing the 911 call. And this is the second the mother found out or the grandmother actually of the child found out that the kid was missing. She called 911 and just starts going crazy. My granddaughter's missing. And then they get Casey Anthony on the phone and she's like, yeah, hello.
Oh,
why is the daughter missing? She's been missing 31 days. And then the 911 operator's like, why haven't you called sooner? She's like, well, I've been looking on my own and using other avenues.
Can we hear this?
Oh, yeah, it's classic. It's right there.
Hear this.
Here's the grandmother is like, her head is down. She's shaking, crying. She had to ask the judge for a break because the grandmother's freaking out. And the daughter, who is the actual mother of the child, Casey, is just kind of dabbing an occasional tear from her eye, just looking around.
She's the most hateable woman in the country.
She is a narcissistic psychopath, compulsive liar.
Yeah.
And I just want to have some nasty baby killer sex with her.
I fuck her and then open her throat. Bleed her out like a fucking cow.
And I'm tweeting her defense. Relentlessly tweeting her defense. And these housefrows that are sitting watching this trial are hating me. How could you say that? A baby has died. I like, yes, and let this woman grieve. Why are they putting her through this? Obviously she's upset. And they're like, upset? She did nothing. She went 31 days without looking for her child. I go, she was looking in the clubs. And the women are so pissed at me.
You got a really good bit going. It's very funny.
It's so much fun.
Are you sniping them or are they coming after you?
They come after me because I hashtag it. I hashtag the Casey Anthony so that the ones that are on the Casey Anthony page can read my shit.
Great.
Because it's a bunch of people that I have no idea who they are. One woman's just like, why don't you get a job? I'm like, I have one. Defending Casey Anthony. And then I said, please stay tuned to my tweets because I'm having a fundraiser for her defense. and she's going to need money when she's freed. Freed, she's never getting out. I go, I'm glad close-minded like people like you, I hope, aren't on the jury. It's pissing them off.
Oh, my God. It's awesome.
It really is great.
All right, let's hear the 911 call.
Yeah, this is a...
has been missing for a month. Her mother finally admitted that she's been missing.
Okay, what is
here now?
Okay, what is the address that you're calling from?
4937 Hope Spring Drive. We're talking about a 3-year-old little girl.
As the 911 call played for jurors, the once grandmother hunched lower and lower behind the stand, as if the sadness of reliving the recorded moments was just too much, as if the sound of her own voice weighed invisibly on her shoulders.
There's something wrong. I found my daughter's car today, and it smells like there's been a dead body in the damn car.
Okay, what is the 3-year-old's name?
Kaylee, Caylee, Anthony.
Kaylee Anthony?
In the car seat where Kaylee usually sat, Cindy recounted finding a baby doll.
Kaylee's doll smelled like the car, so I took it out, and in our garage we have a ice chest, and I set the doll down, and I went and got a Clorox wipe and wiped the face and the hands.
In the trunk, Cindy testified she found Kaylee's backpack with diapers and clothes. You can hear her call out to her husband in agony,
she's got
talking
that
to the dispatcher.
Jan Michael Vincent hairdo on the mother. That's horrible. Go to Airwolf hairdo.
Yeah. Hey, fucking Gary Busey.
Doesn't she look like she's giving head?
Then you can hear Cindy passing the phone.
She's blowing
but
Rusty
the
Burrell.
Conversation doesn't end there.
Can you tell me a little bit what's going on?
My daughter's been missing for the last 31 days.
Like she
And that
doesn't
little
even care.
portion was the
She's like,
sound of Casey Anthony's voice as she picked up that phone conversation with the 911 dispatcher. Jurors also heard
the mother's freaking out.
calls when Casey was arrested. It is a story that we're working on.
Yeah, the mother's freaking out. My granddaughter, I just found out she's missing for a month and nothing's been done. And they go, okay, can we speak to your daughter? She's like, hey, how you doing?
What's up?
Been missing for 31 days. Why didn't you report it? I've been looking.
What are you going to do?
I've been looking. Nary a tear.
I fucking hate crazy people. I really hate them.
Absolutely.
Well, then you
Hate.
despise Casey Anthony because let me tell you, she is batshit fucking crazy.
He's
This
a
one,
fucking kook.
just a kook.
You big, delicious, big-titted kook.
Oh, just a big titted kook.
Who's the father of this dead kid?
You know what?
They don't
Who
really
knows?
know?
Who knows? This girl's kind of a hooah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, she brought a bunch of they brought a bunch of her boyfriends up to testify, and the defense is actually saying that the reason she's so cold and shows no emotion is that her father sexually abused her when she was younger, and she was able to block that out by just blocking out emotion and making like nothing bad happen. So now when anything bad happens, she doesn't react to it. But there's just instance after instance of this woman being a compulsive liar. She, a friend took the stand yesterday, this Amy girl, and apparently Casey Anthony had stolen some of her checks and was writing bad checks. She's got 6 felonies on her for writing bad checks and lying, and she's just not a good person and a horrible mommy.
She's just one of those people that should just be kind of put down.
Yeah,
Like an animal that doesn't know how to behave. You just
Yeah.
fucking, you put a bullet in its head.
And to have a mother say on a 911 call, yeah, her car smells like something's dead, and that kind of was a blow to the defense yesterday.
That wacko put a fucking doll in there to talk to it like it was her kid.
Yeah.
And put a doll in the baby seat and rode around with her fucking dead kid in the trunk.
Yeah, and then she said, well, I know who has the baby. And that was the maid or the nanny, Zanny the nanny.
Zanny the nanny.
Zanny
right.
the nanny has the kid, so she's looking for Zanny the nanny.
So what do you think is going to happen?
Well, I think
Our court system will fuck it up. So
well, yeah.
She'll get time.
Yesterday was a huge day for the prosecution, I think, but being an armchair lawyer, as I am, I pass the bar every day, but I stop for a drink. Right?
Yeah. Who are you, Perry Beer Mason?
That's pretty good.
I know.
Oh, I think that they're going to have a problem with really getting this jury to convict on first-degree murder. There's so many different options the defense is throwing out there. So the prosecution still has to prove that she did anything. The emotion is there. The grandmother crying on the stand like that, everything. But that's all smoke and mirrors. It does weigh on the jury as far as emotions go, but facts. You need proof that she killed her baby with the reason. A premeditated reason. To the motive they're saying is to get freedom to go out and party and live her life. But I don't think they're proving that. And if they don't prove it, and there's some kind of a mistrial or a hung jury, they'll probably come back with another trial, lower the charges to some kind of manslaughter thing. Maybe she'll cop a plea. But I don't know. Like
you
I said,
can't prove the kid didn't die accidentally.
Right. And then she just got rid of an accidentally killed kid, which is different than first-degree murder. So I think the prosecution's still going to have a hard time.
What's the best case scenario here for
best
her?
Case for her?
Yeah, she goes away for how long?
A manslaughter rap, a few years maybe. I think even if they do get a manslaughter rap or some kind of even just having her die accidentally, negligence, I think they'll hit her with the maximum fucking
what would that be?
Sentence. I don't know what the sentencing is. I don't know what the sentencing
laws
are
10 years?
in that. She could be, sure. And she's, mid-20s, so.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
More importantly, your tweets on the whole thing are fantastic.
I can't get enough of these women that sit there. And you know what it is also? Headline News, they've been covering this trial. They do like a call-in thing after the trial is over for the day.
Yeah.
And every woman that calls is exactly like the women that are mad at me for doing what I'm doing, this tweeting, because they're like, I have to say, she is so guilty. And it's like, fucking, just some old person's name. It's Dottie. We're talking with Dottie from Kentucky. She is so, I've been watching since the beginning, and I've got to say, it was heartbreaking, heart-wrenching watching that grandmother.
Well, Dottie should go outside and get some fucking fresh air.
Oh, please.
Frank in Manhattan, loving your tweets there. Frankie.
Good morning, boys.
Good morning, Frank.
Hello.
I just love it, Ant. I crack up every time I get a little message on my BlackBerry. I get a new tweet because you've made those women's days. You've given them an excuse to be outraged.
Yeah, I love it. I do. I give them a little bit of a life. I've been retweeting some of the better ones where they, really get mad at me. And one woman said, "Do I have mental problems?" Well, of course I do, but not because of that. Yeah, it's been fun doing this. I tell you that much.
Well, the thing that I wonder about, you must be under a lot of pressure because some of the stuff, you're not just being glib and being an ass. It's funny as shit. So,
well, I try. That's my job.
It's dark humor at its best. But, but these women don't want to hear it. They don't want to read it.
They don't want to read that shit.
Right.
Well, women are just so unfucking funny. Just like with Jimmy's story in the Post yesterday, I went online and looked at it, which, Jimmy, by the way, I'd fuck you if I saw that apartment.
Thank you, sir, very much. Oh, did you see the woman that wrote the thing? Like, someone wrote a response to it? Because it actually got fucking a lot of play, that article.
That's awesome. What did she say?
Oh, just...
Do we have it?
No, it was nothing terrible. But it was just like some response that was kind of too serious, and I just tweeted something about her.
It's supposed to be
taking it literally. It's a silly thing.
Silly, kind of goofy, kind of. It's not going to hurt anybody.
Chicks really don't have the ability to interpret sarcasm.
But it really is like what
amazing.
Would cause you. That's because that girl and her friends never just sat around and really broke each other's balls, so she doesn't know what being funny is or sarcasm. I don't care for that.
Oh, how could you say that? Exactly.
Yeah.
How could I?
What happens?
I saw that, Jimmy. I'm sorry to interrupt.
That's right.
Roberta was very outraged and said she wouldn't just give it up. It was too, her pussy is just a little bit too precious.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Oh, yeah,
that's good.
They're golden pussies. Give me a break.
Believe me, she would.
Roberta was very outraged, Jimmy. I just wanted to tell you.
Anybody would. Management didn't even have to see that article, and they fucked Jimmy.
Absolutely. Deep and raw. And whenever I tried to put some lube on it, they dabbed it with sandpaper and said, "Oh, no, you don't, bub. This isn't fun for us unless you're crying."
And it's not precious if it just stretches over and over again.
Yeah, stop. It's your precious pussies.
It's made for a lot of action.
For those things, they need the perfect combination.
Yep.
They need the perfect combination of everything before they have the lovely pussy makes its appearance.
Speaking of the article, then they did a little TV piece, right, Jimmy? I got it here. You're on TV with the whole thing.
Yes, I didn't see it.
Well,
with your cum stained fucking sheets.
I forgot that it was on. Oh, did you see the Twitter photo?
The Twitter photo's great. With your cum stain on your comforter. Oh,
here's the audio.
Wipe your dick on your duvet. Look at the cum on Jimmy's comforter. It's a comforter.
I know. It's kind of like a Frankfurter, but it's got cum on it.
I just like one of the comments here. This guy, Adam, says, brown sheets really make the cum pop.
Really brings out the cum.
You got to get an off-white.
Yeah, you definitely need an off-white.
Everything just blends in.
Yeah, beige is good.
Right, brown.
Yeah.
But here's the audio from the TV part of the whole thing.
An article in today's New York Post reveals that the key to a woman's heart is through a man's well-appointed apartment. Comedian Jim Norton isn't afraid to admit that it's his Trump Tower pad, even more than his charm, that attracts the ladies.
Okay, Jim, so we are in the kitchen that you say you never actually use.
Right.
So why did you get such a great kitchen?
Because anytime a woman sleeps with me, it's all smoke and mirrors. So I figure if they're in here, it would give me the illusion of being somebody that's like really good and can cook. I've never used this thing that you're standing in.
This thing right here.
But if a woman is like kind of on the fence, if I get a woman here and she's like, maybe I will, maybe I won't, this sometimes pushes them over the edge. I'm under no illusions. Like, I'm not going to have Jennifer Lopez walking here.
So I'm going to go meet with the broker and find out what his take on this is and if it's actually happening across the city.
This is her way of saying, I'm going to go meet with a broker to see if you're the biggest creep I've ever met in my life, or if there are other creeps who are like you.
Exactly.
Oh, they edited that.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Oh, really?
They get it?
Oh, my God. Yeah, I knew they would cut it down.
Yeah.
It was 59 seconds, so.
Yeah, that was a very...
quickie.
Yeah. Janine's saying he's just Jimmy from the block.
Yes.
That sounded like that.
Yeah. Don't be fooled by the source that I got. I'm just Jimmy from the block.
Remember a little while ago we played that guy from America's Got Talent, Ant?
Yes.
Who never played for anyone until last night? This guy, Rocky,
this guy
in Kansas City says, I'm a better singer than the America's Got Talent guy.
Really?
Rocky, why do you say that?
Because I am Anthony.
All right, Rocky. Well, you still got the pins in the map?
I can sing We Are the World, you guys' version. 20 times better than Clefso Kenny.
Why don't you give us a little? Give us a little a cappella version of a song. What song do you like to sing?
I Walk the Line.
I Walk the Line, I think he said.
Johnny Cash?
Little Johnny Cash, yeah.
All right, why don't you give us a little?
Oh, okay.
You know, boom, ticka, boom, ticka, boom, ticka, boom, ticka, boom, ticka, boom, ticka, boom.
Watch on this heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. I keep my ends out for the time that binds. Shit, I fucked up.
Well, you're better than the guy from last night, though.
Yeah, that is obviously a lot better.
The acoustics on the phone are probably not helping.
Why aren't you professional?
Because I tried on the Howard Stern show, and they said I fucking sucked.
Really?
They were just being shock jocks.
Right.
Yeah, that's just being shocking and stuff. But you got some raw talent there, my friend.
Sure do.
Yeah. And Mancal sound like a queer.
Are you
just call radio shows and try to sing? Is that what you do?
Rocky, you're trying to do a bit because we've been around way too long to do
I
this shit.
think that he's being very sincere.
Oh yeah, he's being absolutely sincere.
Yes, I believe
Anything
this
else?
guy.
Have you sang for Bubba?
Who else have you called?
Who else?
No, I am sung for Bubba, but I call your show because I have 4 of your T-shirts. I got the Pig Fatty shirt. I got the Pest shirt. I wear out here, and
maybe he's not doing it.
The disc jockeys out here hate me because I called their show and fucking pissed them off.
You just call a lot of radio shows, huh?
Yeah.
Is that what you do?
You guys.
Well, Do you want him to sing more Johnny Cash?
Yeah. What other song you know?
I want to hear Johnny Cash.
Sing something with a little more range.
Huh?
I know about Full Prison Blues.
All right, let's hear that.
Okay, I hear the train a-coming. It's rolling round the
It hit him.
I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. And when I hear that lonesome train, I hit my head and cry. I messed up the words, but yeah, I know the song, but I just
No, that's great.
You know, if he cleaned it up a little bit, I think I would kind of like his voice.
Oh God!
My voice
Cleaned it up by he means that with a shotgun shell.
Yes. Oh God!
It's a little raw. I like that it's raw.
Yeah, it's raw, all right.
It's early in the morning. He's obviously on something, in my opinion.
You know who he sings like? He sings like fucking. He sings like fucking the kid from My Bodyguard who kept getting his lunch flushed out the jar.
Oh, that kid.
Oh, right.
Yeah. You dead fucker. That's what he sounds like.
All right, Rocky.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, that guy from you from News Radio.
Hey, wait a minute.
Or talk radio.
Okay.
Talk radio.
Hey, one more.
Yeah.
I got one more.
Yeah.
Howard used to call me Special Ed. He used to call me the most stupidest guy to call the show.
Well, I guess that
unfortunately,
title.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not going to be the stupidest guy to call our show.
You're not even in the top 10.
Yeah.
Thank you. I mean,
All right.
I would be if you guys want me to. I mean,
No, we don't do fake radio.
Yeah, but
if you
thank
just
you.
happen to be stupid and you call us, then we would go with
You're
it.
stupid if you enjoy the show, but you're not in the top 10 stupidest people we've ever had call.
Right.
I know there's people out there that fake shit, but we don't like faking shit. So
yeah, I have a Facebook if you guys want.
No.
Why not? Give him some fucking followers today. Go ahead, Rocky.
Okay, my Facebook is Rocky Graves. I'm from originally from Belton, Missouri.
Rocky Dennis.
Wow, I didn't hear his last name.
Exactly.
Wouldn't you?
Rocky Graves.
Graves.
Graves?
Yeah. Grav.
Is that your real last name?
Yeah.
That's fucking creepy.
Yeah.
Rocky Graves.
Yeah.
What? Your parents were either... Nah, I think your parents were sick.
Yeah.
Rocky
Obviously they were.
Graves. Did they think that was funny?
Hey, Rocky Graves here.
Right.
How you doing? Rocky
dad,
Graves on your Monday
dad-
morning.
I hate to say this, guys. My dad is a big Mancow fan. I'm
That's
the only.
fine. Good for
So
him.
am I. I give great calls to that show, apparently. Dummy I am.
Yeah.
All right, Rocky Graves with you. We got to go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, then we'll continue. Stay there.
Oh.
I hear the music. It gets into you. I hear the music. Millions of watts. All of this low-level sound, well, it gets into you. And so I said, well, you know what? I hear the music. Bring back the music. All of this music. Well, you know what? I hear the music. And so I said to him, I said, bring back the music. And he said, excuse me.
Don't put fucking words in my mouth. Don't put fucking words in my fucking mouth. Don't put fucking words in my mouth. Don't put fucking words in my mouth.
And so I said to him, I said,
wait a minute.
I hear the music.
Wait a minute.
I hear millions of watts. And so I said to him, I said, you all talk a big thing. You only talk it. You don't walk it. And he said, excuse me.
Don't put fucking words in my mouth. Don't put fucking words in my fucking mouth. Don't put fucking words in my mouth. Don't put fucking words in my mouth.
Millions of watts going up into the ionosphere. You hear it through the front of your skull. I hear millions of watts. You hear it through the front of your skull.
Gregorio! Antonio!
Amy.